Who had the better career overall, Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels? First category, who is the bigger draw? Finding hard data on who brought in more money or higher pay-per-view ratings or merchandise sales is really difficult to find. We do know that both Bret and Shawn were not there for the peak of the company's most profitable years of the Attitude Era, but they did help usher it in. The truth is, Bret and Shawn's best years were not the most profitable for the company. However, HBK's second run with WWE from 2002 to 2010 was much more profitable, and HBK was a big part of some of those matches during those years. I'm going to give 1 point for this category to HBK. Second category, who is a better technical wrestler? Personally, I think HBK doesn't get enough credit for being a sound technical wrestler. He wasn't a Lance Storm or Daniel Bryan, but HBK could still wrestle. However, at the end of the day, Bret's nearly on everyone's #1 spot for best technical wrestler, and there's no debate for me here. 1 point for the Hitman, the score is now 1-1. Third category, who is better on the mic? Some people say Bret was below average with the mic in his hands. Bret himself called it his biggest weakness, but to me, Bret had some really memorable promos, especially with the Hart Foundation as heels. But overall, HBK was more confident, at ease, and creative. Whether he was with DX, the GM, or confronting The Undertaker, HBK knew how to cut a promo. This category goes to Shawn. The score is now 2-1 for HBK. Fourth category, who won more world championships? HBK is a 3-time WWF champion and a 1-time world heavyweight champion, giving him 4 world championships. Bret was a 5-time WWF champion and a 2-time WCW champion, giving him 7 world championships. This category goes to the Hitman, and he gets 2 points since many people consider championships the most important category. The score is now 3-2 for Bret. Fifth category, who had the best one match? This is a really interesting question and could be a video in itself. To me, it comes down to whether Bret vs Stone Cold at WrestleMania 13 or HBK vs Undertaker at WrestleMania 25 was a better match. I think the WrestleMania 13 match had better storytelling, the double turn, and better wrestling overall. The WrestleMania 25 match, though, was so dramatic, the kick-out finishers were so novel, and the fans' reactions were better. It's too close to call in my opinion, so I'll award 1 point each. The score is now 4-3 for Bret. Sixth category, who had more charisma? Bret connected with the fans, no doubt. The pink and black look, the shades, the catchphrases, he was captivating. But really, it was his in-ring work that made him special, so much more than his charm. HBK, on the other hand, although not as great technically, his entrances from the rafters, the different outfits, of course DX, and the huge fan following that he had, made HBK the epitome of charisma. Overall, I think Shawn Michaels connected better with the fans, and I'll give 1 point to Shawn. The score is now 4-4. Next category, who was better at storytelling and adapting? Both Bret and HBK were masters at telling stories. I'd say Bret more so in the ring and HBK outside of it. But either way, the fans were hooked on their ability to create realistic stories. Looking at adaptability, Bret transitioned perfectly well from tag to singles competition. He did decently well as a heel with the Hart Foundation, but you could tell it wasn't his forte, and when he went to WCW, it didn't seem natural. Shawn Michaels, on the other hand, was pretty natural with the Rockers, eventually becoming a heel, founding father of DX, and then coming back to join DX again, this time more clean, more funny gimmick, and then of course his quest to break the streak. HBK was able to adapt better to different eras and storylines. I'm giving 1 point to Shawn. The score is now 5-4 for HBK. Last category, longevity and impact. Bret had a legendary 16-year run that touched different eras, including the Golden Age, New Generation, and ushering in the Attitude Era. His career was cut short though due to injuries, contract issues, and family tragedies. HBK had an iconic career as well, lasting 18 years, but it was also shortened due to injuries. I think both Bret and HBK had all-time great matches. They are forever linked, not just because of the screw job, but because how well they worked with each other despite the real-life animosity. As far as impact though, both of these Hall of Famers inspired the next generation of wrestlers to be better wrestlers, more technically sound, more charismatic, and to go and steal the show. This one is too close to call. I'm giving 1 point to each. The score is now 6-5 for HBK, and there you have it. HBK has had the better overall career. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, wrestling fans.